spent in a miserable way.
U.S. News: Trump health chief asks Congress to pass drug discount plan. The Sacramento Bee. February 1, 2019, 05:11 p.m. The Trump administration's top health official asked Congress on Friday to pass its new prescription drug discount plans and provide it to all patients, not just those covered by government programs like Medicare. The plan would take now hidden rebates among industry players like drug companies and insurers and channel them directly to consumers when they go to pay for their medications. Patients with high drug co-pays stand to benefit from the proposal, while people who take no prescription drugs, or who rely on generics mainly, would probably pay somewhat more, since premiums are expected to rise. A day after unveiling the plan as a proposed regulation, Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar raised the stakes by calling on Congress to make it law and broaden it to include people covered by employer health insurance, not just Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries. For the most comprehensive local coverage, subscribe today. Congress.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.